And it is a very busy afternoon. One transfer line to bring you as well from Manchester United.
Can any of you see?
I think it's gone too far now. I think, like you mentioned, there's been that apology and that wait for an apology that hasn't come. The only way I think it would be realistic is if Ten Hag wasn't there anymore and then he could come back under a new manager and maybe reignite his career at Manchester United that way. But I think for the short term, until the end of the season, it feels like a good decision. And I'm not saying, by the way, I'm not having any indication on Ten Hag and his managerial position. I'm just saying that's probably the only realistic option if there's a change in manager, because the relationship between the two of them is completely broken down. He's not involved in first team training. He's not got that relationship anymore. There's no real kind of attempts anymore to try and build that back up, is there? So you can't realistically say you can come back under that and get back to the top.
Well, he's emblematic of Manchester United's transfer policy as of late. You bring in a player for big money, expect them to perform whilst not considering the system that they're being dropped into.
Oh, he went in. I was like, I'm not saying anything. And Craig was like,
no, it's true. No, it's true. And it's you can lay the blame at the door of Eric Ten Hag, but you can lay the blame at so many people, and that's the reason why Ineos have come in and they've got a new ruthless strategy. Melissa already talked about it in December about how Manchester United are going to be ruthless when it comes to contracts and when it comes to moving players on that don't fit culturally. And I think that Sancho is an example of that. And as a result of that, if Ten Hag does stay at United long term, I
can see him coming back. I can see him play for Manchester United again at some point and actually still being a success. I really do.
I think the only way that could happen is like Harriet suggests, if there was a managerial change at Manchester United and Eric Ten Hag wasn't there anymore. I think that's probably the only way. Football does change extremely quickly. I believe, in my opinion, Ineos' plan is to continue with Eric Ten Hag at least until the summer, get some calm, get some structural changes, and hopefully Eric Ten Hag can be at the helm with those changes around him and see a different look to Manchester United, a different feel. And I think if that still, I think it will, comes to an end at Borussia Dortmund, I think if Eric Ten Hag's still there, I think it'll be very, very unlikely. Unless here's an apology and the two can, shake hands and move on. Football, funnier things have happened in football, but I think it's extremely unlikely.
Just on recruitment, last year the club wanted to come quickly out of the blocks, and the deal for Mateus was done very, very quickly. Where Champions League is boxed off now, you're going to be in it next season. Is that the intention this summer as well, to get players in through the door quickly?
Yeah, well, obviously for me sitting here in terms of what I've said it before in terms of what the summer looks like and moving forward, it's I think that's one decision at a time, but certainly in the background planning and what the squad needs to look like and evolve, and that's other conversations that are going on and how.
Manchester United are once again dominating football headlines after explosive reports linked Marcus Rashford with a sensational return to Old Trafford under a possible Michael Carrick rebuild project. Fans around the world are reacting emotionally as speculation grows about Rashford becoming the face of a new era built on speed, intensity, identity, and attacking football. Although nothing has been officially confirmed, the rumors alone have created massive excitement across social media. Supporters believe Rashford's pace, direct style, leadership, and big game experience could completely transform the squad and restore belief inside the dressing room. Michael Carrick's connection to Manchester United has only added more emotion to the story, with many fans dreaming of a return to the club's traditional attacking philosophy. Could Rashford really come back and lead United into a powerful new chapter? Or is this just another football rumor creating chaos online? One thing is certain. the football world is watching closely as Manchester United continue to dominate global conversations once again. Old Trafford may be preparing for something massive.